Alright, so I just kind of wanted to make a brief video talking about something that is very common amongst people with mental illness, and that is comorbidity. Comorbidity is basically the presence of like more than one illness. So you'll see people who have depression. Often it's not just they have depression, they have depression and like anxiety, or schizoaffective disorder. It's essentially two disorders. It's schizophrenia and a mood disorder. In my case, it's bipolar disorder. Also, you'll see mental illnesses and personality disorders, which they're mental disorders. They're not mental illnesses the same way things like schizophrenia are. They're more of, your personality is pathologically like maladaptive. I don't know. But I just know that if somebody was psychotic and they committed a crime, versus if somebody was psycho, like a psychopath, and they committed a crime, or like, Your Honor, I'd like to plead insanity on the grounds that I'm a narcissist, like, they'd be like, yeah. But there is, a comorbidity with personality disorders and mental illnesses. Not all the time, but in my case, because I got screwed with everything, mine being borderline personality disorder, but I'm working towards getting rid of that. It's one of those few personality disorders where, you don't want to have it. You hopefully seek out treatment. Most psychopaths don't care. They're not going to go to a doctor and be like, I don't want to be psycho anymore. Narcissists aren't going to be like, Doc, I need to get better, right? Like, they think they're like the greatest thing since sliced bread. They're not going to go to a doctor, but borderline personality disorder, it's just too many feels and stuff, and it's like, yeah, get me to the doctor. So most people, also substance abuse, which I consider, and I really think, should be considered a mental illness, because it does make your brain sick. It changes the anatomy of your brain on a neurological level. I think it is considered a mental illness, but you'll see it oftentimes with mental illness. But it's a little different because sometimes it's substance abuse because they're trying to treat the other illness as opposed to anxiety and being depressed. But either way, people with mental illness rarely, at least in my experience, I'm not a psychiatrist, and not just using me as an example, rarely have just one problem. Usually it's like an array of overlapping symptoms because, lack of motivation is a symptom of schizophrenia, but it's also a symptom of depression. And I have both of those. So, it's really common, and if you want to know about mental illness, I think it's something worth knowing about. This isn't going to be a long video. I just felt like I had the strength to make this video because like all day I've had anxiety and I've been like paralyzed all day until it's like now almost time to go to bed, and I went outside and I took a picture. The sun was still out because it's summer. But I feel better after I got fresh air, and now I don't want to go to bed. But, I have to, because sleep is very important to your mental health, even if you're not mentally ill. Like, that being said, I've always wondered, or not always, but as of late, I've been wondering, how much sleep do I really need? Do I wait till I start hearing voices? Or, because I go to sleep at like 8. Well, I'm supposed to go to sleep at 8. I never really do. Because I wake up before 5. So, not long before 5, but like, 4:58. Like, my brain has trained itself to like wake up before the alarm so I can turn it off. But I'm not sure, because I know, I mean, when you're a kid, they say you have to get this many hours of sleep, but everybody's different, and the traditional 8 hours is kind of old-fashioned, so I don't know. I might look into that. I'm working on my website. It's really hard, though. I mean, it's not, but, I mean, doing it alone, that's what's making it hard. Like, I wish I had a team, but I can't pay anybody. Like, I got you. Indeed, yeah. Like the baby. What? You also don't want to talk?
Well, he doesn't know how to talk, really.
No, I meant you.
Well, I mean...
You're the closest thing. Hi. Hi. Yeah, the SpongeBob, remember? Something important.
Oh.
Hi. Hi. No, but before I go to bed, I am going to test out this microphone that I've had for a while. You know, I'm gonna be working on what I call, like, micro films. Like, you got your short films. What I'll be making are, like, micro films. Don't expect, like, Leon the professional, like, get ready for, like, yes, not professional at all. Get ready for, like, 3-second movies. Like, not even Vines. Just so I can get back into the... I've always loved being behind the camera. You know, putting myself in front of the camera. That's relatively new to me. You know, I only did it because, well, you guys know why I did it. I wanted to help people and see Jacob. But I really like taking things apart and assessing them, and cinematography and making things and then breaking them apart. But anyway, that has nothing to do with comorbidity. But I do have ADHD, you know, in conjunction with what you guys know what I have, but like, the suffering is real. But today was a horrible day. It just got good and it's time to go to bed. But I want to do a little editing because I got a Diva light, a ring light. I'm using it right now. So if my skin looks very fancy, that's why, you know. I'm editing it. Whenever I edit it, I put on my glasses. And I get my Spielberg on. Even though Spielberg wasn't an editor.
You look more like Kubrick with your glasses.
Kubrick?
With the glasses. Because of the glasses.
Kubrick would never make an unboxing video.
Oh yeah, but he wore glasses. And he...
So did Spielberg.
Yeah, but you're working with, like, film. And he, like, Spielberg did
I'm not working...
glasses?
I'm not Didn't he? And he had a beard? It hasn't been that long since I've seen him. It's been a long time since I've seen Kubrick.
Well, you wore glasses. And you worked with film. So you reminded me of him. And it was, like, the 70s when I saw him. So you had to...
Oh, yeah, you were there in the 70s?
No, like, you know, it was footage of him in the 70s.
Oh, yeah, well, anyway, these are the, like, editing glasses, and then when I want to get my entrepreneur Bill Gates on, hey, look at me. I'm a billionaire, so I don't have to dress up and wear fancy clothes. And I wasn't even supposed to be Bill Gates. It was supposed to be some other guy. But like he got ripped off and died in obscurity, and I got to be the billionaire. Woohoo! Bill Gates. That's Dad's like celebrity crush. Oh, he always wanted us to be Bill Gates. Okay. Right. We have to be the Von Trapps and the Bill Gates. But that has nothing to do with mental illness. Or does it, Dad? No, but he told me that the family had been watching some of my videos, and I'm gonna take my glasses off because it's not Kubrick. That was Bill Gates, and it was never Kubrick. Anyway, I've been wearing glasses since like I have like photos of me. I guess since grade school. I don't think I wore them in preschool. And I had like the same pair for like up until like a couple years ago. Cuz I never lost mine. Yeah. I only lost it because we moved. And like even with moving, it was because I was depressed. Because when we moved from Africa, I still kept my glasses. But I'm going off track. This is supposed to be a short-ass video. See, hey, I'm wearing For Love and Lemons. Did anybody like For Love and Lemons? Like, really, really expensive. The Iris bra. I want to get this in black. And then they have like one of it that's like almost like a crop top. And it's like black.
What if every one of the Von Trapp family children were actually just representation of the father's comorbidities?
His comorbidities? Why? Are the Von Trapps very different from each other? No.
Yeah.
Then they wouldn't be Brady Bunching, like, singing all the... Families that, like, don't get along can't sing together.
Yeah, we can. Have you seen... Well, it's like, you can sing with your rival.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah, indeed. Comorbidity, yeah, it occurs. If you have a mental illness, chances are you have another one. Just because the symptoms do overlap, you know, like fatigue or hallucinations or psychosis, you know. People can get so depressed that they go on the continuum that they end up becoming psychotic. And substance abuse, you know, some people, they can do so much cocaine that they end up becoming psychotic, you know. So the criteria of each illness, usually there's something that stands out and really makes, like bipolar disorder bipolar. It's the bipolarity of the being depressed and being manic. But within those illnesses and in that bipolarity, there are symptoms that can also be associated with other illness, like major depression, I guess, or like PTSD or anxiety. So if you're suffering from a mental illness, you probably can relate, you know, to not just being depressed but having anxiety. And it might not be like horrible crippling anxiety, but you might notice that, you know, that and medication can bring on things that you didn't have before. So like restlessness, that's more of a side effects thing, except for I don't know, I'm still not sure about the, here looks stupid, I didn't do it. But, like, don't say like, forgot what I was talking about.
Substance abuse.
Substance abuse.
How it can make you psychotic.
Yeah, I said that. But, I mean, memory, like, having a bad memory. Oh, that can be a side effect of, like, benzodiazepines. I've been taking those since I was young. So, now my memory's not that great, for certain things. And then other things, it's still awesome because I have a gift of memory, apparently. I thought everybody did, but like, I'll have, like, short-term memory and conversations. And, oh yeah, I was saying, like, mania. I didn't have mania until I started taking lithium. What's up with that? I wasn't bipolar till you started giving me bipolar medicine, and now I'm bipolar forever. I'm not sure about that, but comorbidity. You know, things rarely occur in a vacuum. You know, there's never, it's just one thing wrong with anyone. Just like, there's never just one thing that's good about someone. It's multidimensional. The human brain is very complicated and beautiful, and I love to study the human brain. So it's like I've been given this brain that has not everything. Like, I say that to complain because, I mean, I do have a lot of mental illness, but it gives me a perspective that is unique to me, because I can just read about comorbidity on Wikipedia and get a sense of what it means, but I've also experienced it, you know, and having that experience, I think, will help me, because I do want to, because one day I'm going to be like a millionaire. I know I am. Not trying to be like narcissistic or cocky or anything. I feel it in my gut. I get these gut feelings like that. It's the same feeling I got in my gut when my mom died. Before I found out, I had this gut feeling. Yeah, so when I become like this big spender, I'm going to start a foundation for children who have been abused, you know, because oftentimes people wait a very long time before speaking up or saying anything. I know that the original abuse that started this all, they're never gonna get their comeuppance or justice. They probably married, had a family by now, and are going about their lives, and, you know, that's it. There'll be no justice for me in that. But I want to give kids a chance to have not that. I just want to help people. I really want to help people. Like, even doing this, I want to help people. And even with my website, like, I want to help people. It's just, sometimes I feel really alone. It's probably because I haven't seen Brady in forever. Like, we talk on the phone, but it's not the same. Maybe I'll see him. It's because he works. He has a job. Good for him, but it means you have to, like, schedule stuff. And I get that. When I had a job, I couldn't just hang out whenever. But, yeah, I guess you get what comorbidity is. It comes from the word comorbid. It has the word morbid in it. So, if you don't have mental illness, you might have learned something that most people with mental illness, because early on, people would say, like, hey, you said you have schizophrenia, now you have this, you have that. yeah, I have this, and I have that, and I have that. That's comorbidity. That's the symptoms. It's the same. It's not always the same. Like bipolar depression is apparently different than major depression, like, but symptoms overlap, and there is comorbidity. It's very, very, very common. So it's not like I'm trying to just like go on the internet and have every disease. I don't want it that way, but that's how it is with mental illness. There's often comorbidity. Not always, I guess, but quite often. Like everyone I've met. Just mathematically, I'm sure there's somebody who just has like one. I don't know. But yeah. If you guys have one of the iris illusion Love and Lemons in black, I will totally take it off your hands if you don't want it in extra small. Yeah. Because I love for Love and Lemons, but it costs money. But I'm patient. Like, a lot of the clothes I have, like, I've had my eye on them for, like, years, and I'll be like, I'm gonna get that one day. Like I said when I was a teenager, and then I finally got it in my 20s, because that's like my attitude. Like, I'm gonna do this thing. That's it. I'm gonna do it. I still need to get those boots. Like, I don't care if the company went out of business. The shoe cult boots, I'll get them. My life won't be complete though, so, because I was thinking, then my life will be complete and I can die. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gumball. You know how your mother feels about nudity. I'm surprised this wardrobe held on this long. Oh, here you go. Remember? Okay. That was the episode where he was wearing a dress.
Oh yeah.
It was called The Dress. Alright, so I'm gonna see. I have a choice. I can study some stuff for the GED, or I can edit the Diva Ring Light video, which I already started. I talk too much, so now there's so much like excess film. Ugh.
Just say goodnight, sleep tight.
No, but if I'm not going to bed, why am I gonna say goodnight?
To people.
Well, I don't know. I think I'll study tomorrow. I'll be more awake. I mean, yeah. And then I'm about to get back to work. Not Kubrick, though I don't have a problem with it. We were supposed to, you know what? We can watch we were supposed to watch Full Metal Jacket in honor.
I mean, the honor would be a long time ago.
No, I mean, the actor died, remember? Yeah, I was like, we should watch Full Metal Jacket, yeah. So, you can see the ring in my glasses, which means I'm going to get to work on that video. But I gotta end this one. So yeah, any more questions about comorbidity? You can ask me, you can ask Google. I'm gonna go do something now.